Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I wanted to wish you a wonderful day, and I thank you for listening, for sharing, for commenting, for subscribing, and for liking and for your donations. If you want a private session, do not hesitate to send me an email. Will do a few more of those. I want to discuss a few ideas. The first one is about perspicacity. What is our soul calling on to us? What is our soul trying to communicate with us? For it is very subtle. The soul is the divine. It is a divine eternal being. It is the divine part of ourself. It is and it creates all the circumstances of our life. And when we align to what the soul wants, it is like everything is opening, the doors are opening, the flow flows. And so it is important to fulfill our soul contract, to fight, to understand the aspect that is our soul. What is for the material victory will satisfy the ego, but the soul's victory are very different. It's about overcoming bad habits, overcoming negative belief systems or repetitive thoughts, about opening the heart. The soul victories are very different, but they're more meaningful on the long terms, although physical material victories are also part of the soul plan and program. For the soul is all inclusive, and so understanding what is our soul wants from us, and tuning in, and trying to doing the best to align with this program of unfoldment. Also, when I say, what would the paradise life look like for you? It's very important. We are given this time to envision a paradise life. Imagine that you have no restrictions or limitations. You won $300 million at the Powerball. For money, it's like just a way to free yourself from limitations on the physical planes. Just an example. And so, what does it look like? What does it feels like? What is it you want in your life? Really, if you had no limitation and you had all the connections, you had all the everything. What is your true dream? What is it? For personally, I'm asking to be fulfilled on the personal level, to be fulfilled on the professional level, and to be fulfilled on the spiritual level, which is also material. And so get complete fulfillment, and then letting go of the resistance, trusting God, that God and spirit and your soul, your spirit and God will find a way to make it even better. Because they have resources and ideas and thoughts. They pick up on what is best within your own consciousness, and then they will find a way to make it even better. So Sai will be done, trust that, but continue to cultivate, put details around your highest potential, your highest visions, and then just and yet being happy with just being here and now. For I'm going to discuss that briefly as well. For it is and being okay with your desires, to know that they will come true. It's all in the works. For when we have a desire, it is God always says yes, and so God always says yes, and so there is usually a gap between where we are and where we're trying to reach the energy of what we've been asking for. So in a sense, life, as soon as we desire something, we ask the universe. The universe is preparing us to receive on the energetic level the frequency of what we've been asking. And then it materializes. But sometimes we ask for something and it doesn't come like right away, so we spend our time complaining. So that slows down the process. We find frustration, or we find all those things. So we want to let go of all that. So the past, present, future. The past is action. For sometimes action is just creating intention, is a visualization. Where we are now is triumphant. We are really triumphant, and what is coming is happiness. So I do sense it. I do feel it. It's like this great opening. Finally, it's the right time. For when things happen in the right time, the fruits always fall from the trees at the right time. It's just a given time that God has chosen. Let them trust the process. What we're working on now is wealth, is abundance, is wealth. Is to be free from lack, free from material restrictions and limitations. And the future is energy, is the world of one, is the number one card. It is the world of the magician. It is the magic and miracles, to become one, to be in a complete fulfillment and within our creative power. So it is really all coming. For the Christ was mentioning that we need to love our enemies. So we do want to continue to send love and light to all beings, but sometimes it is really difficult be sincere, and to love those things that are so people that we may know or that we may see that are evil, that are dark, that are cruel, that are perverse, and all those things. So in a sense, we if we can't really love them and help them, we do not want to hate them, because they already hate him themselves. When we do to one, we do to everybody else. So if they've been doing some really nasty things to other people, they within themselves there is this great hatred of themselves, so they already have to deal with their own inner aspects. So do not believe that somebody who's doing really bad things into the world will can find true happiness. It's not the way it works in the universe, although sometimes it takes a while for people to realize the cause and the effects of their actions. But do not hate them, for like that is really the trap, to hate others. Just be neutral, and then when you're neutral, one day you'll find a way to love them and help them to return to ease a little bit to because most people that are doing brutes and violence, and also it comes from an inner hatred of themselves that they're so incompetent in dealing with. They feel like they find a way to externalize it, and so but you do want to protect yourself against that, and so, but do not. I just wanted to say, do not fall into the trap of hating people. Just stay away from them as much as possible. Create your own reality and truth, and they will, as you elevate your consciousness, only the people that match your consciousness will be able to affect you. To come into, they will have to raise their frequency just to come in contact with you. For unconditional love can be self-contained. It doesn't need to be acting upon anything. It can be just be in this self-containment of love, and then it overflows, and then the world can benefit from that. For it is about activating this part of our DNA. Within our DNA, we have all kinds of parameters and frequencies, such as the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Lyrians, the Orion. For the Arcturian parts of our DNA, we all had some lives in Arcturus before we came here. It's like it's a way station between the spirit realm and the material realm. So we all had to go through that, and we have family connection and part of our DNA. So awakening this Arcturian frequency, it's about being amazed on living, amazed on feeling, amazed on experiencing, without having to, and be okay with our desires, but without having the need to want, to just be in this more spiritual. The Arcturians are more spiritual beings, although they come from the realm of matter. For the Pleiadian DNA also is activating this power of healing, this creative power, and there's also the Orion part of our DNA. That's a challenge. It's about making peace within ourselves. The Orion, there is positive and negative Orion. On the Orion constellation, the parameter has been resolved. This is a peaceful civilization now, but they're the greatest warrior in the universe, and their genetic specification was to become a fighter. So it's about fighting, it's about dominating, it's about conquering, it's about creating all those hierarchies of power, and so it's about completing these Orion parameters. It also has positive effects, which is exploration, which is courage. So we do want to find this, resolve the Orion parameter within yourself, to make peace within yourself, to let go of the fight and the battle between your ego and your soul, between other people and yourself, to find this inner peace. And never take someone else's pain for your own. It's like we cannot. It doesn't work. It's like it's not a good recipe to try to alleviate people's pain. You can comfort them. You can give them guidance. You can give them love, but you cannot carry their burdens or carry their loads. Everybody's got to transmute their own. This is really what their own soul wants. So there is no need to seek a savior outside yourself. There is this collective Messiah that is awakening. You want to be your own savior. With your soul is your savior. Your guides can assist you in finding this enlightenment. And so, and also I wanted to say that it's good to be discreet or anonymous when you give. To give in the name of God. Do not give it in your own name. But be more attentive and grateful for what you receive, because what you receive is also from God. So that is really where it's okay to be very in consciousness but we're just a vehicle of God's energy, and God is the giver of all. So when you give, if you can give anonymously, or it's much better than to make a big fuss out of what you're giving out. So it's just a thought, an idea. For even here, I'm like giving out my information, giving out, but it's because I need to anchor those. I'm called to do that. Otherwise, it's like for many decades, I was very happy to be very anonymous, to live in my own little universe. But it's part of my mission to come more public, and so I have to do that and accept the fact to be more visible, but also the more visible you become, the higher you go, the more you can see, but the more visible you become. And it's like you don't want to expose yourself to all kinds of things. But at some point you have to have the faith and follow your own heart and your own mission. And we all came here for that. For when you give, you don't give to others, you give to God, you give to life. You are assisting God in his evolution process in this physical plane. So for there is no others, there is just you, in sense, you and God in truth. So just thoughts I sort of to express. The highest wisdom is between worlds, for we do not have the clear. We're still going through in the transition zone. We're still in a buffer zone. So just be easy on yourself. You do not have total clarity, so do not blame yourself for not having this clarity. She's already have this crown and this in the clarity, but she's already, she's still in the old. We're in between chairs right now, so it's not absolutely comfortable. It's a buffer zone. It's a transition. We're passing through this fourth dimension. What we need to understand is the observer is to remain neutral, to become a neutral observer, to be in the balance between good and evil, dark and light, to be the river that flows between those two mountains, and to be a compassionate observer, to move into contemplative, so we can allow things to unfold. For that's really what we need to do. Is the Yin card. It's not to force things into manifestation or to force people to anything. It's just to allow it to unfold, to unfold before you. And the outcome will be a regeneration, physical, a renewal of life. There is a great deal of regenerative power that is coming. And so our physical body, if we feel pains and all kinds of pains, because our body is realigning to a higher frequency. So we're understanding that we're not just divine, we're not just humans. We have this extraterrestrial, this galactic, this divine part of ourselves that is also there, and there is all kinds of memory that are coming back, or memory, visions, dreams of that fifth dimension. We have our own ship up there that is a way station for our soul. When we sleep, we go back to meet our family, soul family, and we meet in those. For the higher dimensional ships, I found a way to become invisible to third dimensional beings. Just remind yourself, I am the light of God, I am the will of God, I am the truth of God, I am the love of God, and only that. I am divine light, I am divine love, nothing else. Repeat to yourself as much as you need to really anchor that understanding, that energy. And for this new moon, it's going to be very soft. It's going to be very easy, a lot easier than some of the other moons that we've been traversing. It's about unifying the mind and the heart. It's really about getting the strength, the determination to do with those things that we've been wanting to do. And so so that we can recognize ourselves as light and love. For this is you're really worthy of that. If you're listening to messengers, this message or those other messages that are of higher frequencies, because you are already, no matter what the appearance may be, you are on your ascension path. It's a choice you've made. For we are in the first phase of awakening. There was not on a personal level, but on a collective level. There's 5 phases of awakening. We still this first phase is going to end with revelation. That's going to come and take us to the next phase. We do want to come into that, but it will come when it's time. And so, but it was a bit extended, this first phase of this first storm. So just choose to be happy here and now, and to be okay with your desires, so they can unfold naturally. You want to ask to be fulfilled on every level, personally, professionally, and spiritually. And so for everyone is following their own journey, their own soul programs, and understanding that is very important, to become comfortable with your own role. And very soon, all the memories, the difficult situation that we're passing through will be just a fading, a distant memory. We'll be so happy in our new freedom that we won't have really time to wonder why all those things happen. For we came here to shine and to live in a world of beauty, this beautiful world that God created, and this beautiful planet that is planet of love. It's like love is forbidden almost here, but for a long time it was forbidden, but now it's the return to love. The fifth dimension is the metaphysical idea of the return of God, the return of love, the true society, a true community of brotherhood, sisterhood, and all of this is coming into form. So it's already make it now. Just be happy with the circumstances and feeling feeling the joy independently of material circumstances, to just allow your own inner psyche to anchor into the earth and to expand into heaven, to get free of the limitation and continue to cultivate, to inform the universe on all those things you want to experience on the physical, material planes of the earth. They will find a way to assist you, and as long as you do no harm to yourself, to others, or to the environment, everything is up for grab. Every experience can be experienced within the relative coherence of our reality, of our experience. So I'm going to sing a song. It's a French song. It's about somebody who's longing to go home, who's longing to return to his loved ones. It's called The Walks of the Angels. It goes like this. Mon cœur se trouve au bout du monde, et moi je vis au jour le jour, comptant les heures et les secondes, me séparant de ton amour. Quand on se reverra, ma vie renaîtra, et je sécherai mes pleurs. Près de toi, mon ange, près de toi, en trouvant l'oubli des jours désunis, résonnera dans nos cœurs la marche des anges. Pour voir la fin de ma souffrance, je prie le ciel de me guider vers le pays de notre enfance, où tu te meurs à m'espérer. Vienne le jour de ma victoire, écrasant les années passées, où l'amour a vécu sans gloire. Vienne avec toi le temps d'aimer. Quand on se reverra, ma vie renaîtra, et je sécherai mes pleurs. Près de toi, mon ange, dans tes bras, en trouvant l'oubli des jours désunis, résonnera dans nos cœurs la marche des anges. Someone who's been sent away on a distant war and he wants to come back home, where it's like to find his beloved, and it's like when we'll come back together, it's like all those memories will be erased, because we'll be able to find consolation, recomfort together. It's like where those times where love lived without glory, it will be. So it is always glorious to be separated from something and to be able to reconnect to it, to find a new. So it is part of the programs of creation. So I just wanted to wish you a good day, with a great deal of celebrations that are in the works, and it is confirmed. The Archangel Ariel, the Archangel of Miracle, and she's like this beautiful Archangel. It is your lucky day. New resources, money, time, or support. A professional professional evolution or promotion. So it's very much this kind of empowerment, and be ready for a wonderful week coming ahead, and even today, to here and now. Of course, it's my card of the day is here and now. It's all here and now. But if you can create this receptivity of what is wanted here and now, it will unfold more gracefully. And so we are ready. We've been prepared ourselves. We've been preparing ourselves. Continue to cultivate this energy of being here and now, within the energy of what you seek to experience. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. Namaste.